Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. Steve Sipress here, and while the sun sets in the west, uh, you can't tune in to anything on the news or social media without seeing multiple crises all at once by the federal government, and people act like they're surprised. Like, it's the government. Name one thing they do efficiently. Give me a break. Of course, they screw everything up. So now we have, you know, the biggest rising inflation like in a generation, and this shelves are bare. And I saw some clip where one of these government officials was like, "Oh, that the shelves are bare. That's the sign that we're in a booming economy." See, does anyone believe this nonsense? Do they? Of course, they don't believe it. They're not that stupid, but they think that Americans are. So they really think that because the economy's booming, there's a lot of demand. Because of all that demand, that's why the shelves are empty. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a good thing you don't have the economy booming even more. Then there'd be absolutely nothing on the shelves. Like, give me a break. Oh, but anyway, so small business owners are going besides themselves. I see this on social media. Oh, and they have a good point. The non-business owners, of course, the 90%, at least here in the U.S., 90% of people that don't own a business say things like, this could be a good thing that there's not going to be toys and goods on the shelves for Christmas. Like, why don't we concentrate on the real reason behind the holiday and spend time with the family and love each other? And, all this commercialization is no good. I'm like, yeah, that all sounds good and it's all true and it's all good. But man, it really doesn't take into account how many small business owners depend on holiday shopping to basically make or break their year. You'll see right after Christmas every year companies going bankrupt. Here you've seen them for the last year and a half thanks to all the draconian, authoritarian nonsense, unscientific mandates and closures and all that kind of nonsense and the shutdowns and whatever. You've seen lots of businesses go under, but after Christmas every year, you see some major retailers and you see lots of small businesses that, they were hanging on for that big holiday season push. Didn't happen. See ya, gotta go. There's no way we can make it through another 10 months and then hope for another end of the year big Christmas buying season. So there's no doubt, whether it's because things aren't on the shelf or just a small percentage of people are going to come to that conclusion that, yeah, all that commercialization is no good. That just spells disaster for retailers or business owners who depend on the end of the year to sell stuff. Now, emergency services, plumbers, heating and air, that kind of stuff shouldn't really be affected by supply chain issues on retail shelves. You have your own issues with suppliers, and every contractor I talk to is having a lot of trouble getting supplies. The prices are all up. Appliances, they can't get them. Parts, tools, you got those kind of issues. But for anyone selling things retail, you're going to have a tough time. Okay, the government is not going to solve this problem within the next month and a half. They're not going to solve any of these problems, right? They're still going to have chaos at their wide open borders. I'm one of the world's biggest fans of immigration here to the U.S., but not done in a chaotic, disrespectful to your own country way. That's ridiculous. They're not going to solve that one. They're not going to solve inflation. They're not going to solve the climate change. They're not going to change the climate in a month and a half. They're not going to solve any problems anytime soon. So, what are you going to do? You have some choices. You can say, well, that's the way it is. We'll look back and go, yeah, that was a tough time. Remember that supply chain that ruined that Christmas buying season of 21. But successful business owners don't think like that. We don't look for excuses and reasons, and we don't give up, and we don't, say, oh well, and throw in the towel, and we don't do that stuff, right? We're results oriented. So go to helpfromsteve.com, get on my calendar, because every business is going to be different. I got all kinds of strategies to help you to sell even when your shelves are bare. It doesn't mean there aren't plenty of ways to bring in plenty of revenue. So that's the good news on Topical Tuesday, that everyone's talking about the supply chain misery, crisis. There is something that results-oriented, action-taking business owners can do. Take the action you need to do. Go to helpfromsteve.com. Get on my calendar. We'll have a quick talk. I'll give you 1 or 2 or 3 strategies you can use to start bringing in money right away and make sure you continue to bring in plenty of revenue. In fact, I've helped clients in very similar situations set records with some of these strategies, bring in more revenue than you ever have before. Helpfromsteve.com will help you out, and I will keep helping you out on these live videos. I'll be back here again tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday with some tips on how to make money, specifically using digital resources, online stuff. See you tomorrow. Thanks for being here today. Over and out. Bye-bye.